Hi, I'm going to talk about how to transform your nonlinear ideas. And since our app helps people do this, I'm going to start a topic and use it and provide a demo while I go. All right. So just hitting record to record my first idea. In order to describe how to transform nonlinear ideas, we have to first understand what that phrase means. So most of the time when we think about communication, it's pretty simple. You have a thought and you send it. And maybe you have a couple thoughts. So you send one and then you send two. Nonlinear ideas are when you have many ideas and they're all interacting with each other. And the problem is if you talk to them, message them, people might not understand how they fit together. So the challenge is really a different kind of writer's block. You have ideas. It's not that you're sitting there and you don't have thoughts. It's that people aren't hearing them, and they're not hearing them because they're not being communicated in a way that fits with their brain. Humans only have one serial port, right? We can understand super complex things, but when it comes to language, we take in one word at a time. So there's a dilemma. The nonlinear thinker's dilemma, we'd call it, is that challenging problems are interconnected. They're complex. And if you can understand them, you can do great things. But you not only need to understand them, you need to communicate them in a way that people understand. That's what we're talking about when saying transforming your ideas. We're saying finding and articulating essential points, describing why it matters, and then focusing the big thing. All right. I just took a pause there and thought, I'll stop recording because that this idea of what is this? What is a nonlinear idea? Is my first real thought. Right? It's summarized as the challenge of communicating complex, interconnected ideas. That makes a lot of sense. So I'll record my next idea. If you are a nonlinear thinker, you need a plan, right? Here's my step-by-step guide. The first thing is be yourself. If you love to find a quiet place and a blank page, and that's how you organize your ideas, that's great. But if you like to draw on the whiteboard, if you like to build a prototype, if you like to go to meetings, if you like to look at the data or look at the code, that's where you're going to thrive and listen to that. Be yourself, play to that to understand the problem. The second part is when it comes time to communicate, you have to articulate them one at a time. When they're jumbled in your head, they're all connected, and they should be. But when you speak them, you need to articulate them in words, and that helps you build one idea on the next. The next part is laugh a little. It is complex. Don't be critical of yourself, right? Just let it come out. It's not, you have to say it straight before you say it great. And when you get stuck, because you will, it's not an if. When you get stuck, find a way to respond to questions. That's what helps clarify what isn't clear. And the final step is focus or refocus your message at the end. That's when you understand it well enough, that's when you can make it more clear. All right, that's my second idea. And once it's out there, you can get questions that help it just reflect what it's understanding, what's not. How can you effectively transform your ideas? And you can cycle through different questions if it's not super clear. What strategies, etc. Once you've answered questions, articulated your ideas, and answered questions, you can transform it into writing. I'm going to only recorded 2 ideas, so I'm going to include both of them. Chose long format, and it's going to help refocus on the main point. So it'll generate a couple suggestions. Is the most important idea understanding and articulating ideas in a sequential manner that aligns with human comprehension? Or is it that this is a step-by-step guide to nonlinear thinkers, which includes, the steps I outlined? I think it's actually the most important thing I want to convey is what a nonlinear idea is. So I'll hit receive a doc, and it's going to compress all of that stuff I just said and turn it into linear writing with structure so people can see it at a glance, see the biggest points, and can come back and follow through on whatever is important. So here it says the nonlinear ideas. It's a step-by-step guide. It articulates what nonlinear thinking is, where the challenge rises, what the human need is, and where the dilemma is. And then it articulates the guide to how to convert your ideas. Be yourself, articulate sequentially, laugh a little, respond to questions, refocus your message. From there, you can copy it to your clipboard, edit away, and send it to a friend. And that's, of course, obviously the next part about refocusing your message. All right, hopefully this was helpful.